Hey guys, Cover66 Bojo here. Yesterday was May 14th. We had a regionals up in Columbus. There were just over 260 people. I think it was actually 261 was the actual people count. My final record of the day was 6 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Well, I mean, after the end of the day, it was actually just 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. But I ended up making top 8, and then I lost in top 8 against Gravekeepers. But yeah, I ended up getting 7th place, which is pretty cool. Out of 260 people, that's a big deal for me, since I just wanted my invite and I ended up topping. This is the mat. It is the Esadari mat. Hope you guys can see that. It does say over here, Regional 2011. There's a picture floating around the internet that has a picture of this mat that says National 2011, and it was supposed to be the national mat for Greece, but we aren't sure if that's just a fake mat or if Konami decided to give their national mat to us as a regional mat for Extreme Victory. But yeah, we're not sure. This is the mat one last time. It's, has Gladiator Beast Esadari on it. Pretty cool. I'm not trading the mat, just so I don't get comments that ask for people who want it. I do like the mat. I'm going to be keeping it. My deck list, I took Doppel-Plants. It was an 8-round day. Actually went by pretty quick compared to other regionals. They did a pretty good job of speeding it up. But here's my deck list. It's different from my older one. 3, Junk Synchron. This guy was like MVP of the day. I love Junk Synchron. He's just such a good card. Really is. 3, Reborn Tengu. Another really good card. Reborn Tengu is... He comes back to the field whenever, or he special summon one from the deck whenever he is removed from the field. So if they do anything to him, he comes back. If he gets warning though or judgmented, he doesn't come back, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. 2 Debris Dragon, 2 Card Trooper, 2 Doppelwarrior, 2 Ryko, 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 2 Effect Veiler, 1 Lyla, 1 Lonefire, 1 Dandylion, 1 Spore, 1 Glow-Up Bulb, 1 Gorz, and that's the monster lineup. There's 24 monsters. Yeah. Spells, I've got 2 Pot of Avarice, 1 Charge of the Light Brigade, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 1-for-1, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Trunade. That's the spells. For traps, we've got 2 Bottomless. A friend of mine actually let me borrow his 2 warnings, so that went over a 7 tools and a Book of Moon, so these were 2 warnings when I was there. So that was RMPCCG. You can find a link to his channel right over here. It's right there. Go subscribe to him. He's cool. Let me borrow his warnings. And a Dark Bribe, which is what my MST became. So 2 warnings and an MST. Yep. Or 2 warnings and a bribe, not an MST. Torrential. 1 7 tools. 1 Call the Haunted. And 1 Mirror Force. The total deck has 42 cards. But it ran pretty well. I had a few bad mills, but I mean that's always going to happen in a deck that mills. But most of the time I got what I needed in the grave. Extra deck was running 2 Trishula because Reborn Tengu. I usually was just going to run 1, but with Reborn Tengu in the deck, if I have a Reborn Tengu on the field and I summon a Junk Synchron and he gets a level 2 from the grave, that's an instant Trishula. So it's really, really easy to go into Trishula now, so I just decided to go into 2. I actually went into 2 Trishulas almost every game. It was pretty crazy. 2 Formula Synchron, 2 Black Rose Dragons, 1 Stardust, 1 Shooting Star, 1 TG Recipro Dragonfly, and 1 TG Halberd Cannon. I went into Halberd Cannon like twice, and they ended up scooping as soon as I got him out. Or scooping that game, you know, it was just... And then Recipro Dragonfly, actually, this guy, I wasn't thinking I was going to use him as much, but he was actually really cool, because like there was a time I top decked a Junk Synchron, summoned Junk Synchron, got Glow Up Bulb back from the grave, special summoned Doppelwarrior from my hand. I synchroed Junk Synchron and Doppelwarrior for Junk Warrior, got 2 tokens, Glow Bulb and a token for Formula Synchron, drew a card, milled 1 for Glow Bulb, and synchroed that with a token for Recipro Dragonfly, then synchroed all of them for a Trishula, which is pretty cool. Because it was just like, I had a Doppelwarrior in my hand and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna lose a top deck, oh, Junk Synchron, then I won, so it was kinda cool. Ancient Fairy Dragon, Iron Chain Dragon, Junk Warrior, Frozen Fitzgerald. This guy is super pro. He was like my 6 Sam's killer. He really was. They could never get over him unless they had a hand or a Mizuho that they had access to. But other than that, he just was there and just ran over everything. It was pretty funny. Or if they had Gateway on the field. There was a time where they had Gateway and they just pumped someone up and ran over him. Catastor. And that's the extra deck at 15. Side deck, I ran triple Chain Disappearance. This card is amazing. It hits so many of the big decks out there right now, and you can't negate it with like Stardust, you can't negate it with Musakani Magatama, you can't negate it with any kind of thing that negates destruction, because all it does is remove from play. It removes from play all their copies of the card. Ridiculous card, love it. 2 Noblemen of Crossout, 2 Puppet Plant, 2 Corridor of Agony, 1 DD Crow, 1 Chimera Tech, 1 System Down, 1 Mirror of the Ice Barrier. This card is amazing. When a card is removed from play from the hand, field, or graveyard, you get to remove from play 2 cards from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. I was playing a mirror match. The guy Trishula'd me, and then picked this card on my field. He picked my back row. He picked a card in my hand and a card in my graveyard. I chained this. They got removed from play, and then everything I got to remove from play 2 cards from his field, 2 cards from his graveyard, 2 cards from his hand, and it was awesome. So he trished me, and I double trished him. It was pretty funny. Mask of Restrict, and last we have Gotham Z-Call. So that was the deck. It did pretty well. I had fun playing it. I'll be sticking with the deck for quite a while. It's probably the most consistent deck I've run in a long time. So yeah, I mean, that's my update. 7th at Regionals. Woohoo! Got my invite and got my mat. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. See you guys.